So what's up, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen? My name's Trey. Welcome back to another video. And we are officially 10 days post-op for me having ACL reconstructive surgery done with the cadaver option, which is the ACL graft. So using somebody else's tissues or ligaments, muscle tendons, fibers, whatever, to reconstruct my ACL. And we just got back from the ortho from seeing the ortho surgeon. We also had our first in-person meeting with my in-person physical therapist because I also have an online physical therapist. So trying to work both of them at the same time so I don't have to pay as much money. It's a big old bug. And overall, the follow-up went really well today. My ortho surgeon said that surgery went really good. All my incision spots look like they're healing well. We took out the stitches today. I also met with my nurse practitioner who says my range of motion looked really good, especially only being 10 days post-op. I'm kind of ahead of what they recommend for my flexion and my extension for my leg, which is really good to hear. And then when I met with my in-person physical therapist, which this was our first time meeting, she also said that it looks like the workouts that I've been doing at home have really helped out a lot of just being able to re-engage my quad, being able to do my leg extensions, my leg curls, calf raises, just doing all the exercises that I've been doing basically 3 or 4 times a day because I'm so bored and I have nothing else to do, that it's really helped me and it's put me farther ahead than where they're expecting me to be at kind of the 2-week mark, which is really good to hear. And I am finally, I guess, feeling better about the situation. Like I said, I know it's going to be a roller coaster because I felt this exact same way the first week after I had surgery. I had days where I felt really great. Then I had days where I felt like I was the most depressed person on planet Earth, and it was just like a consistent spiral that I was going down. So right now, I would say that I feel pretty good just about my recovery, how I'm healing up, kind of my progression when it comes to my extension and my flexion for my leg, and I'm really proud of that for me. Now, some of the biggest issues that I've had so far is they're wanting me to put more weight on my leg when it comes to walking, especially with my crutches. And for whatever reason, when I'm using my crutches to walk, and not even putting 100% of the weight on my leg, probably more like 30-40%, my knee still has a tendency to kind of buckle a little bit, even with the knee brace on. So that just makes me feel very unstable, and it really makes trusting myself to be able to put all of my weight on my leg that much scarier, that much more scary. Becomes much scarier to do. I become much more hesitant to do that. Look at me use big words, hesitant. I like that. So that's kind of the biggest concern that I'm having right now, is just trusting my body, especially when I went essentially a month with a torn ACL, and it took me about a month for me to be able to kind of trust myself to go back to the gym, to do box squats, to do leg extensions, to do hamstring curls. So it could just be a time thing for me. I feel like I am more than strong enough, or I should be more than strong enough. Or maybe no, maybe that's the whole reason my leg buckles, because I'm not strong enough. I don't know. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm trusting myself enough to put my full weight on my leg, which hopefully, since I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, they did say from kind of the 2-week to the 4-week mark, I actually should be able to walk without the need of crutches or a brace or anything like that. So I'm really hoping I can hit those milestones, because the minute that I'm able to walk again, I gain a lot more independence in terms of I can finally drive, I can go to the store by myself, I can go to the gym by myself. Obviously, I'm not going to be running or like pushing myself just because I can walk, but it'll just be nice to be a little bit more mobile and be able to get around where I'm not having to rely on other people to drive me around and things of that nature. So I'm really excited to be able to walk again, because that's really one milestone that, like, once I hit that, I'm like, okay, if I'm able to walk in 3 weeks, without a brace, without crutches or anything like that. I'm able to go back to work so I can start making money again. I'm able to get to the gym so I can focus on the rest of the body, because yes, working out at home is cool. Like, I'm still getting a workout in, but there's just something that hits different about getting under like 225 on bench, or doing some of the back exercise machines that they have at my gym that I just don't have access to at my house. So that's definitely going to be a big milestone, and one that I'm really, really looking forward to. It's just being able to walk again. Other than that, I mean, that's kind of the update. Like I said, I feel good. All of the 3 visits that I had with my surgeon, my nurse practitioner, and my in-person physical therapist have all said that I'm healing exactly how I'm supposed to be healing. I'm doing everything that I need to be doing when it comes to my workouts and stretching, and like I'm eating healthy, and I'm watching how many calories that I'm intaking. I've lost a little bit of weight over this past week, even though I've been basically bedridden. I mean, not really, but all I can do is really sit down or hop around on one leg. So I'm definitely progressing. It's just kind of a waiting game now. So yes, I have to build up strength. I have to build up like mental fortitude to be able to trust myself to, walk and put more weight on my leg and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just trying not to go stir crazy, because like I said, I'm a person who the gym is my happy place. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I am strong. I can lift a lot of weight. I can run decent amount of times. It might not be amazing compared to some of y'all, but these 8-minute miles that I be running, sometimes on a real good day, 7-minute miles, well, that I used to be running, I am pretty happy with that. And then still being able to squat 500 pounds, deadlift almost 600, bench 335. Like, I was pretty proud of myself for those numbers. So I just can't wait to be able to get back into the gym and start working on those things again after I'm able to walk, and I'm kind of get over those mental humps of trusting my leg and just not worrying about re-injuring myself, which I know it'll probably always be in the back of my mind. But if I can get back to, in the gym, moving a decent amount of weight and just doing that consistently, I know that that'll kind of go to the, wayside when it comes to me worrying about my leg. One of my major concerns that I brought up to my physical therapist was trying to understand what is good pain and what's bad pain when it comes to the rehab process. So, one exercise specifically that she had me do was just flexing my quad. So, just sitting like this and just flexing my quad. And really, the first question that I asked her was like, how hard should I be flexing my quad for it to be okay, if that makes any sense? Because initially I was kind of flexing it until like I thought like, okay, that's probably enough. Like, yeah, I feel it working, but I'm not going to flex it too hard. And she basically just reassured me. She's like, you can't really hurt yourself by flexing. So she was like, you can flex as hard as you want. So I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around like how hard I'm able to actually push myself without me re-injuring myself. So it was nice to hear that, I can push myself a little bit more than what I was doing. So hopefully that'll also kind of speed up my recovery. Obviously, I know this is a long process. I'm not saying that I'm going to be good to go in a month or 2 months or even 6 months, which I'm shooting for around that 15-month mark to get back into, playing sports, being athletic, doing box jumps, single leg squats, and things of that nature. But it is nice that I know now that I can push myself harder than I've been doing, and I don't have to worry about re-injuring myself. So that's also pretty nice. Now, what I'm also going to do, in probably not in this video, I'll probably do it in another one. I'm going to record the workouts that I've actually been doing when it comes to my rehab. And this is things that not only my in-person physical therapist said that I need to be doing, my online physical therapist that I need to be doing, but also just workouts that I've kind of accumulated through YouTube and just being in the gym, um, to kind of get my strength back relatively quickly when it comes to my leg after ACL reconstructive surgery. So I'll make sure I put that in the next video. And I'll also do a video of items of items that you need to make sure that you have before you have ACL surgery. Because without these items, my recovery would have been completely different and it would have been a lot tougher, in my opinion, if I didn't have these items. But that'll be in another video. So, really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, we're 10 days post-op. So far, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. It's a good day. I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling nearly as depressed. Every person I met with said that we're on the right track, we're recovering well, and I just need to keep on keeping on, and I love to hear that. But if you are somebody that's new to the channel, like I said, my name's Trey. I'm really glad you stopped and you watched this to the end. And if you could for me, do me a solid. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Be notified every time I post a video. And leave a comment in the comment section down below. Are you somebody who has had ACL reconstructive surgery? And if you have, which graft option did you pick? I picked the cadaver option because I thought it was going to be the easiest to recover from. And one of my friends had it, and he's about to be a pro bodybuilder. So I'm like, if it was strong enough to keep up with him squatting all this weight, it should be able to keep up with me, hopefully. And just like that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.